So my husband had been sick for several years, kind of going downhill, not feeling so well. But we were in a situation where he chose to keep it to himself and not indicate that he had cancer and likely terminal cancer.
I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma August 2014. I had stage 4, so I definitely had some research to do. Needless to say, we were shocked, saddened. There's a lot of emotions that go on when something like this happens in your family.
It was a pretty shocking situation for us, and one in which we didn't really prepare ourselves and prepare as a family, and didn't even really get to say goodbye. I think that when you don't have a support community, spiritual, family-oriented type of support, it would be extremely difficult. And upon my husband's death, that's a little bit the situation that we found ourselves in, where we didn't have our family close to us here in Houston, and we weren't well connected in with a spiritual family.
Went to the church, told Matt. I also told Marty. Marty then said, take my phone number and be sure and call Jill and I at any time you need, except for on Sunday evenings when they're watching Game of Thrones.
I think it's ever more valuable to have that connectedness that you have, and that feeling of friendship that you have within the family here at church, to help you get through these difficult situations, to be there when times are tough, and to be there when times are getting a little bit better. At the time of his death, we were not part of a strong church family here in Missouri City or in Houston, and so as we were preparing with the funeral home recommended Marty to help us through the funeral. I and my children were open to that, given that we didn't have a strong linkage to another pastor, and that was our first meeting with Marty, and in the introduction to First United Methodist Church.
I had a lot of people from the church check in. The UMW women that I knew also emailed or sent cards. I had a lot of surrounding love already at the church, and I also made a couple of new friends with the diagnosis.
The things that helped us perhaps the most in our recovery is having friends that would listen to us, support us, be there for us on a constant basis. You don't know when your downs are going to bring you so low that you feel like you can't even get up. You don't know when the good days are going to happen. So it's so valuable to have that community of friends, the Christian community of friends that you can be with and call, meet for dinner, meet for a coffee, and just say, today's a bad day. And let's just be there to chat and hold your hand, and I think that is probably the area that helped us recover, and we still are recovering.
So it's been just about a year. Things are better. I feel better. It was a rough road, but I tell you what, if I could say anything to anybody who's going through this, reach out to the community, reach out to your church. Not only Google research, but read some books. Keep the faith. You've got a lot of people around that were willing to help you, some that have already been through it. And I feel like that is my new goal, is to help those that are newly diagnosed.